looking pretty good. All right, we are gonna try out a new stove this trip. My wife tells me I have a stove problem. She's probably right, but I just needed one more, you know. So the other hot tent stove I have is great, but it's a backpacking stove. It's tiny and it's folds up. It's light. It's great for backpacking, but you have to feed it constantly. And anyway, this is more for car camping. This is the Camp Chef or the KingCamp stove. I've only burnt it in the backyard. This will be the first time trying it out. A lot bigger firebox. Hopefully that means I can stoke it up and keep it warm a little bit longer without having to feed it constantly tonight. But we'll see how it works. I'm excited to try it out. It's also way less assembly required. That other one I have, a little titanium stove, it takes an hour to put together. This one, much quicker. And all of the stove pipes and everything you need fit right inside. So, get this set up, see how it works. All right, we're still working on getting set up here. Got my cot put together, trying to get my bed put together. It is, what is it, December 18th, so almost the shortest day of the year. It's going to be a long night tonight. Lucky we have been balmy weather for Utah, for northern Utah for this time of year. I think it was 42 today for the high. There's no snow on the ground. I'm a couple miles from the Nevada border over in the desert, and just snuck off for a couple days. So it's not supposed to be really cold tonight. It's supposed to be down in the low 20s. But that's cold for me because I am always freezing. I'm freeze at home when it's 72. So let me show you what I'm going to do with my bed system here. So I brought my 0 degree bag, which was handed down to me by my dad, and we have been using it as long as I can remember. This bag might be 40 years old, but it's definitely 30 years old. So I don't know how 0 degrees it is anymore. So I've got the 0 degree bag, and then I've got my 20 degree quilt inside of there, and my air mattress inside of the 0 degree bag. And so if there's enough room in there, I can burrow down in there tonight, and I think, hopefully, I'll stay somewhat warm. I think we've just about got stuff squared away. Sun's starting to go down. I think this will be a pretty good setup. I brought firewood from home because there's nothing but little scrub oaks out here. So I supplied my own tonight. I think that's gonna work. All right, it's about 5:30. It's a lot darker outside than it looks behind me on the camera. So far the stove's working awesome. It's comfortable in here even with the door open still. The thermometer says it's down to 38 right now outside, and I'm pretty comfortable in here, like I said, even with the door open. So I'm in the far northwest corner of Utah. Just about 10 miles as the crow flies from the Nevada line. So nice to be able to have this weather in December. There's no snow on the ground. So that's awesome. Even though it'll be chilly, it could be a lot colder and it could be a lot more miserable. So just up for a few days, going to mostly just up to chill and relax. Gonna hunt some, see if we can get a rabbit or two. Gonna study a lot, catch up on a lot of studying I have to do, but mostly just looking forward to peace and quiet for a few days. I've been looking forward to this for a long time, so hopefully it's going to be a good few days and we don't get too cold. Right now it's about time for dinner, so we're having poor man's red beans and rice tonight. So hopefully this turned out well. I've never tried boiling a bag rice before, but that looks like it worked awesome. You just stick your rice in there in a bag, I guess, and cook it. Let's see how that turned out. It's hot. Okay, what I'm learning is you got to drain this better. All right. Let's see how she turned out. Look at that. Look at that. Restaurant quality rice. How about that? Now let's see how the red beans and rice turned out. Been cooking down on the stove. Oh, this is gonna be a lot. Amazing how much comes out of that bag. So far this stove's been nice. It does burn longer. You can put the big 16-inch logs in there. That's nice. Bigger wood. Burns longer, and it's got a damper that works way better than that little backpacking stove. You can damper it down. All right. You see that? Yummy. All right. Let's try it. Without burning myself. Not too shabby. Yum. So, looking forward to the next few days. Hopefully it's going to be a good time and a grand adventure. I'll check back in a little bit. Stars are gorgeous out here tonight. I know they'll never show up. But the temperature is dropping. Dishes are washed. I think it's time to batten down the hatches. The coyotes are carrying on. right, I'm beat. We're going to turn in for the night. It's nice and toasty in here. Hopefully we'll get some good sleep before it gets too cold. Check in the morning. Good night. Gonna be a pretty day. Okay. I think our sausage is done. We are gonna try to fry/bake some biscuits this morning. See how this turns out. Cook them in that sausage grease and hopefully they won't stick too bad. These are getting close to done. Looking good. All right, here we go. Those turned out pretty good. Sausage, egg, and cheese biscuits. With a little strawberry jelly on there. They even got baked to the middle really good. They might be a little crispy on the outside, but they're baked through. Let's see. Not bad. Might be more than I can eat, but pretty good. All right, I'm gonna eat breakfast and then we'll figure out what to do next. rabbits so far, and not much sign of any rabbits. But man, what a beautiful December day for a hike. And what a pretty place. Goodness gracious. Doesn't get much more perfect than this in December. Wow. All right, let's go check out the sagebrush down lower and see if we do any better. All right, lunch today, we're gonna have, I don't know what you call it. I call it fancy ramen. So we have a beef broth ramen. Can add all of the seasonings that came with that. That we're going to add our steak meat. Got some steak fajita meat. A generous portion of mushrooms. We'll let that stew a little bit, and then we'll add the noodles last. All right, that's been cooking a while. Let's add our noodles. Ooh, that's hot. Hot, hot. If that's done, added on a sprinkle of green onions. That's as fancy as you would get it. $15 at a restaurant. It's early afternoon. I've been studying, working on a class I'm teaching for a couple hours. I think we'll eat lunch. Maybe we'll try hunting some other place. A little discouraging this morning. Very little fresh rabbit sign. Everything I saw was very old, so we'll try somewhere else and see if we can do a little bit better this evening maybe. That's not bad. Those onions in there are really good. All right, I'm gonna eat, and we'll figure out what to do next. Tonight's dinner, we're eating another half of that sausage with fried potatoes and onions and mushrooms. So we're getting the potatoes started. And we'll add the sausage and mushrooms when they get a little closer to being done. Well, it ended up being a bit of a kitchen sink meal. But I think it'll do. Let's see how it turned out. Tastes good to me. Forgot. Even got a little tiny bottle of sriracha to put on there. That'll make it even better. It's already down below 30 tonight. So I think it's going to be a little chillier. But it's toasty in here. This stove has done amazing. I love it. If I stoke it up good, I don't have to touch it much for an hour and a half, 2 hours. So that is nice. I've really enjoyed it. Been a nice, peaceful, quiet day today. Would like to have seen some rabbits, but it was just nice to get out and enjoy being out. And there is nothing here. It is just so silent. And that's really what I've been craving, is the quiet. So I read probably 400 pages today. Enjoyed that. So it's just been nice being out. Looking forward to another day tomorrow. But for now, we're going to eat this dinner before it gets cold. Mushrooms are good. Another beautiful night. So many stars. One day I'll get a camera that'll capture it. Beautiful. Home sweet home. Looks cozy, doesn't it? It is pretty cozy. So, I am in my 50s and I don't recall ever having had Jiffy Pop. So, we're going to give it a whirl and see if it works. Now we're talking. Well, I'm not sure if it popped like it was supposed to or not. But let's see what we got. Looky there. All right. How about that? Now I can read my book and have a little snack. Morning. Everything is pretty iced up this morning. Time to get a fire started and get it thawed out. Going to be another gorgeous day. Well, we had a rough start, but the gravy's thickening up nice. That's looking pretty good. Holy moly. That's a big pile of biscuits and gravy. No way I'm eating all of that. I'll do my best. Well, this is cool. Boy, if I was a rabbit, I'd have loved it in one of those brush piles. I guess not. Well, I guess no rabbits for me this trip. Rabbity looking stuff though. Just not much sign. What another beautiful day though. Goodness gracious, it's so nice for December. Can't believe it. Well, I'll show you where I went. So I dropped off all the way into the bottom of this ravine right here. All the way up that wash down there at the end. Looped back around here to the car. Good looking place. Just no rabbits. What a pretty walk. Decided to do one more loop on the other side. Me and my hawk friend are neither one having any luck. Yeah, buddy, I'd like to see something too. Well, I think we got that figured out. The stove stopped drawing. It was about to smoke me out in there. No matter what I did, I couldn't get it to draw. So, I'm going to start at the top and work my way down with this spark arrestor at the top. These holes are completely plugged. See that? Totally plugged. smoke was coming out through them, but not enough where it could draw. So I'm going to stand here and clean all these out best I can, and hopefully that will fix it, because it's chilly out here. But she's drawing like a champ now, so I'm assuming that was it. Well, there's a good bit of buildup in there. Not enough to plug it up. But I'm gonna have to buy a brush when I get home and keep it in the bag or something. All right, let's go open her back up and see how she does. Okay, I'm gonna open up the draft. Let's see if we can see it make a difference here. All right, that's how it's supposed to work. Well, that was quite the adventure. Hopefully that's got it now. Well, that was quite an unexpected adventure, but thankfully we got it fixed. I thought I was going to have to drag this stove out of the tent there for a minute. I breathed a lot of smoke. I can feel it in my lungs. But we got it fixed. She's drawing like a champ now, so hopefully we'll be good to go on that for the rest of the night. So it's late and I'm ready to eat some dinner. So tonight we're having butter chicken. Little Indian tonight, so that should be good. Got the rice going. Just got to cook up the chicken. And then add our sauce and we should be good to go. I'm starving. Those biscuits and gravy were so much this morning that I just skipped lunch altogether. So I haven't eaten since whatever time that was, 7:30. So I am ready for dinner. Hopefully this turns out good.